Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I am Dr. Abhay Akub, an assistant professor of zoology at the University of Education. I am the co-instructor of course Zoo Geography and Paleontology with Dr. Muhammad Mudassir Shehzad. Today, our topic of discussion is Australian region. Australian region is also known as the Veritable Museum of Archaic Fauna. Before going to explore the physiographic as well as biological diversity of Australian region, let's have a look on the branch of biology which deals with the distribution of these regions. Biogeography, it is the study of distribution of plants and animals over a surface of earth in both space and time. Biogeography is further subdivided into zoo geography and the phytogeography. In zoo geography, we discuss about the distribution of animals, while in the phytogeography, we discuss about the distribution of plants over the surface of earth, both in space and time. Biogeography actually it describes the distribution of particular species in different areas, as well as it also discusses about different habitats or different ecosystems which are present in different localities. So the study of species and their ecosystem is very important from the conservation and land management viewpoint. An ecozone or biogeographical RAM represents large areas of Earth's surface where the animals and plants developed in relative isolation from the other species over a long period of time. An animal species cannot occupy a whole world in respect to time or space. Instead, each is restricted to a definite range or area of distribution on the Earth. These species are separated from one another by different geological features such as ocean, deserts, high mountain ranges. These physical features poses a barrier for these animals or plants to be dispersed from one place to another place. Bioregions are the geographic clusters of ecoregions that may span several habitat types, but they have strong biogeographic affinities, particularly at taxonomic level higher than the species level. They have affinities between their genus and families. Or in other words, we can say that bioregions are portion of Earth's surface having an assemblage of fauna and flora which possess characterizing feature and distinguishing it from other areas of Earth. The total Earth, including major continents and smaller and larger islands, have been divided by Sclater and Wallace into 6 major zoogeographical regions, each of which contains specific fauna and flora. But the WWF scheme subdivides the ecozones into 8 bioregions. These WWF prescribed ecozones or ecoregions are Palearctic region, Afrotropic region, Indo-Malayan region, Australasian region, Nearctic region, Neotropic region, Oceania, and Antarctic region. Palearctic region includes bulk of Eurasia and North Africa, and it is considered as the largest bioregion. Afrotropical region includes Sub-Sahara and Africa. Indo-Malayan region includes Afghanistan, Pakistan, the South Asian subcontinent, and Southeast Asia. Australasia includes Australia, New Guinea, and neighboring Ireland. Nearctic region includes most of the North America, and Neotropical region includes South America and the Central America. Oceania, it includes a cluster of islands including Polynesia, Fiji, and Micronesia, while Antarctica includes the whole Antarctica. If we examine the biota of this region, we observe that from a biological point of view, Australasia is a distinct region with a common evolutionary history. It has great diversity of many unique plants and animals. Due to the long isolation of Australia, it allowed this region to evolve relatively independently, and it makes this region the home to many unique families of plants and animals. Out of 334 marsupial species, about 70% of these species they inhabit Australia, New Guinea, and the relative Iceland. Marsupials are those mammals which give birth to their young ones. They have extremely short gestation period, and the infant marsupial are known as joy. Joy are blind, furless, and miniature newborns which crawls to the pouch or the marsupium. Here they get nutrition until furred and old enough. Kangaroo, possum, koala bear, these are the most prominent marsupials which are present in the Australian region. The Australian marsupials are the excellent example of parallel radiation. The most conspicuous and widespread marsupials in this region are kangaroos, wallabies, bandicoots, phalangers, wombats. There are all kinds of marsupials in Australian region. They are arboreal, fossorial, herbivores, carnivores, insectivores, and etc. Here you can see the Burma wallaby and the western grey kangaroos. Wallabies and kangaroos are quite larger in size, while the phalangers, wombats, and bandicoots, they are smaller in size. Here you can see a phalanger. Phalangers are usually nocturnal. South Asian nosed wombat. It is about the size of a rabbit, and the golden bandicoot, it is of the size of a rat. As I have already told you that most of the marsupial species are confined to Australian region. The rest of the marsupial species are distributed among different American regions. 100 species are found in South America, 13 are present in Central America, and 1 is located in the Northern America. This discontinuous distribution of marsupials among Australian and New Tropical region only, it may be due to unfavorable conditions at other regions. This discontinuous distribution may be due to the competition with highly advanced forms, or the destruction of a former land bridge which was present between these regions, or it may be possible due to the ability to cross barriers and establish a separate population in these two regions. A genetic analysis of various marsupial has confirmed that all the living marsupials have South American ancestors. Two divisions of marsupials are American marsupials and Australian marsupials. Opossum is the term which is used to refer as American species, while possum is confined to Australian marsupial. Avian fauna of Australian region is very peculiar as well as very unique. There are 10 bird families which are unique to this region, and these families include flightless birds like emus and cassowaries, honey eaters, and birds of paradise. All these birds are very common in this region. Birds of paradise are members of family Paradisidae. The members of this family are best known for their plumage, the plumage of their males. These males have particularly high, elongated and elaborated feathers which are extending from the beak, wings, tails or heads of these birds. These birds have sexual dimorphism. In addition to these birds, Australian region has no pheasants, woodpeckers, barbets, finches, which are usually abundant in other regions. Here you can see the honey eater, different kinds of honey eaters which are present in Australian region. Parrots are also diverse that they are recognized as 3 exclusive subfamilies: cockatoos, lories and pygmy parrots. Here you can see the palm cockatoo, the sulfur-crested cockatoo, chattering lory, pygmy parrots. Here you can see different Australian parrots which includes lorikeets and cockatoos. The Loribirds are among the Australia's best known native bird. They are most notable for their super ability to mimic natural and artificial sounds from their environment. They also have the striking beauty of male bird's huge tail when it is fanned. The satin warbird, trogon, red bird of paradise, tooth-billed pigeon, emus, red-backed kingfisher, fan-tailed cuckoo. The flightless birds of Australian region are emus, cassowaries, kagoos. Amphibian fauna is less diverse in Australian region. Common toads and tailed amphibians are absent from this region, while tree frogs and common frogs are present. You can see here the torrent tree frog and sunset frog. Australian reptiles are moderately varied. There are only 2 species which are exclusive to this region: Caryotochellidae and Pagopodidae. These are the 2 families which are unique, and the fly river turtle and scale foot lizard belongs to these families. Although there are 250 species of lizards, but all are small. Among large lizards, Komodo dragon is notable, and crocodile which occur in the tropical parts of Australian region are saltwater crocodile. Freshwater fish fauna is very poor. Lungfishes are found in the rivers of Queensland, while the mountain shrimps and the freshwater mussels are also very common here. If we compare the fauna of Australian region with rest of the regions, we can observe that on the whole, Australian region is characterized by the presence of many primitive forms of animals. Australian fauna is remarkable because it is poor in its freshwater fishes, amphibians, and reptiles. On the other hand, it is remarkable due to the uniqueness of its mammalian species. This region shares some of the fauna with neotropical region like the marsupials. Some of the fauna like terrestrial reptiles, many birds, placental mammals, they show affinities with the oriental region, while the Australian region has little affinities with the Ethiopian region. That's all about the Australian region. I hope that you have learned very well about the veritable museum of archaic fauna. Thank you.